You are now listening to Talk is Cheap FM. Brought to you by Bet the Tuesday.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
Yo. Welcome back, everybody. This is another episode of Talk is Cheap FM. I am your host, Baba Tuesday. We have another phone interview, and this is from a brother who he has a lot of information, a lot of jewels that he's going to drop, right? And like I said before, man, listen, my equipment's been fucking up, so I have a backup plan. So I have a handheld recorder, so if this shit messes up, we will still have the audio, but it might not be as high as quality because I still want you guys to listen to the gems that he's about to drop. So let's see if he's still on the line. Hold on one second. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Just another day, another $50, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so this is your spot. This is your stage to introduce yourself and just let people know what's going on with you or anything before we start with the subject of social media and relationships. Does social media hurt or help relationships? So here you go.
All right. My name is Chris Wright, and I've been doing day coaching for about 8 years. I've dealt with clients that have recently been divorced. I've worked divorce recovery programs. I've worked with the Oklahoma Marriage Initiative. I've worked and done programs with premarital counseling. And so I've had a nice little breadth of clientele, as well as having transgendered clients, lesbian and homosexual clients. And one of the interesting things about those is you find out relationships are just relationships, whether they be same sex or opposite sex.
Man,
that's what's going on with me.
Man, that is interesting, man. I'm taking notes. I'm writing stuff down because, like, I'm gonna probably have a lot of questions. First, let's just get into the thick of things. What do you think about social media and how does it play a part in relationships?
Well, the first thing I'll tell you, dude, that I would tell you is that I have a protocol when it comes to social media. If you are in a relationship or you're currently pursuing a relationship with someone, I don't encourage you to have them on your social media. So if I'm in a relationship, I'm not, and I currently am, that person is not a friend, that person is not followed, that person is not DM'd, that person is not a part of my social media expression. In the Internet of Things, so when it comes to the Internet of Things, I believe in a very minimal or zero footprint when it comes to active relationships. Now, if you're out there booty Berkman, and you're out there trying to gobble some or whatever, trying to get what you can get, do what you can do, then obviously social media is a very handy tool. Plenty of fish, Tinder, Grindr, Bumble, the list goes on and on. But as far as my kind of overall impression of it, I'm not a fan of social media, particularly if you were looking for quality people. Most of what you find on social media in your area is going to be the same people, and it's people that are looking for quick sexual release, and they tend to be low-quality people. They tend to be single moms with multiple fathers. They tend to be women that are looking for a quick come-up. A great way to get a new microwave or a new dinette set is to have some quick sex with a guy who doesn't particularly have his inner life together. And, she hits him up for a little help with gas, a little help with the rent, a little help with the lights.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's got a dinette set rented at Color Time or some other Aaron's Rents or some other rent-to-own place. And even after she's dropped him, he's still making payments. These types of things and situations occur to people who are on social media looking for quick access to sex. If that answers your question,
I mean, you pointed out a lot of stuff, and now I'm kind of like, you bring up the question in my mind, and I think I did this subconsciously because now I'm really focused on myself. I'm really focused on what I'm doing, and I've like, me not being in a relationship and me not looking for a relationship has like, it doesn't, like, there's no risk factor. It's only me. It's all me. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about somebody else, how they feel or anything like that, you know? And I don't waste my time looking for, like, love, sex, or whatnot on social media, you know? I think it's almost like a waste of time because, I mean, if I do want a quick pump and dump, yeah, I'm just going to go to social media. But, I mean, I don't have time for it because I'm always busy doing what I do, you know?
Well, I don't consider it a waste of time. I consider it a waste of potential. And that's what you have. You have your innate masculine potential. You have your talents. You have your preferences, your destiny, if you will, what steps you're taking and what destination you're headed. That's how you create your destiny. And if you were spending a lot of time siphoning off resources, taking women out, if you're siphoning off resources in the way of just energy by constantly being on the net and interacting with women that really have no interest in you and which whom you really have no interest in, it's a lot of wasted potential. Now, if you want that quick nut, if you want that release, if you want to hit it and quit it, want to pump it and dump it, you know, if you want to suit it and loot it, then, you know, if you just got that need, that might be worth the time. You know, occasionally everybody needs to partake in a little bit of the sensual arts.
Of course, we're humans. You know, we got to...
As far as making that a habitual lifestyle, yeah, I think it's a real waste of potential.
Yeah, okay.
Particularly male potential.
Yeah, why particularly male potential?
Right, well, typically, unless you are about 5% of the population, any interaction you have with a woman is going to be a net loss for you. Women, however, tend to have a net gain, right? So if you're a woman, you can interact with a man a few times and end up with cash and prizes. You can end up with perks, benefits, and set-asides. Like, for instance, getting into clubs for free.
Okay.
You can, of course, get the dinner and the coffee come up and a little gas money here. Or even if you're just talking about something as simple as, you know, my brother's brother, a friend of my brother, happens to work here, and, you know, you can get this discount, or you can get that discount, or, you know, there's lots of benefits for women associating with men. Men associating with women tends to be about a loss of potential resources, time, energy, effort. And of course, we're not even talking about the emotional drama that comes with a lot of women, which women tend to be agents of chaos. So even if you're not losing financial resources or time resources, often you're losing the most important thing, which is peace of mind. Right? Your peace of mind is priceless. There's no real quantitative number for what that's worth. And so if a woman has managed to get inside your life and tear it apart or cause it to destabilize, I mean, what's the price on that? I don't know, but I'm going to definitely consider that a loss. Yeah, when I say especially men, I just think when you look at the net sum of what most interactions with women lead to, so even if you're talking about relationships, the average start to finish of a relationship is 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
You like a girl, you want to try to make it happen, and within 60 to 90 days, it's over.
Yeah.
And at the end of that 60 to 90 days, you look at, well, is your life better for having had the experience? Or is it even? Or is it worse?
Yeah.
Well, you probably, think about this. You're probably missing a PlayStation. You're probably missing some clothes, because they definitely get you for some clothes. They got your shirts. They might even have your shoes. You might have some Jordans, some Ups.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and next thing you know, you're missing stuff. You know, that's not, and you can't get it back. So, What were we saying? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, I'm saying, hey, or you're missing a heart. You know, you walking around and you're devastated. Shit. All right, so
Just a second. If you want to know, if you want a song to listen to really clarify everything, I mean, because 90% of the songs out there are about love and sex, right?
yeah,
Listen to All That She Wants by George Michael. That will put you up on game. All That She Wants.
Yeah.
You gotta get the lyrics on that, and it's a preacher teacher. It's a prophet. He's an oracle in that song. Listen to that. That'll put you up on why or what you lose when you engage fully with women, when you're seeking your own purpose. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, that's crazy. You know what? You know, I listened to Hall & Oates to kind of learn about female nature, man, because they were spitting a lot of truths, man. They have a lot of songs about like some serious issues that still go on today. That's funny that you brought up George Michaels, man. That's hilarious.
You said you listen to songs or you listen to what?
Hall & Oates.
Oh, Hall & Oates. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, Man Eater? Come on now.
Yeah, that's.
Come on now, man.
Yeah,
Hall & Oates, I mean, that's some blue-eyed soul. They're definitely talking about something you need to listen to.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
The whole catalog, no doubt, no doubt.
All right, so dealing with social media and everything like that, what advice would you give to a young dude out there to find a female if he's out there looking, or should he even try to look? You know, because the way things are going, man, the way things are going, like. The younger generation, that's all they're going to have is social media. I don't even know if there's going to be any, like, main contact anymore of, like, you know, face-to-face, you know, communication. So what advice would you give, like, a younger dude?
Well, like I said, I believe in protocols. Just like if you worked at a nuclear plant or you worked in an oil field or if you worked in any dangerous occupation, you have a set of protocols that were there to protect you and protect the people around you. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so the question is, what have you set up in your life that creates a set of protocols which enact a set of behaviors that will consistently put you in a position to be successful, as well as indemnify you against the problems and potential pitfalls and disasters, right?
Yeah.
There's some worst case scenarios that can ruin your life, including imprisoning you. So if you're risking the loss of freedom, you need to be pretty serious about how you go about engaging in this arena. Now, I'm black, so it actually the climate, the political climate, and the social media climate has actually caught up with my life experience. So at a very young age, I was always attempting to get at white women. And so that's always been a very dangerous situation.
Yeah.
White women weren't the only women I was trying to get at, but we're talking, for me, we're going back 20 years, right, when I was really getting into it, chasing women around. And it's a situation that a man can see you involved with a woman, and that can anger him to the point where he wanted to kill you. I've had attempts on my life just based on sheer racism. So, I have a set of protocols, and those protocols have protected me for 20 plus years, and I think they're even more useful now. One of the things that you have to start out with is number one, you do not owe anyone a relationship. So if you have sex with someone, a lot of this social media situation has caused a complete breakdown of the kind of timeline of how relationships develop.
Yeah.
And so what a lot of women do these days is the relationship doesn't start until they've had sex with you the second or third time. Now, they don't tell you when they consider it to be a relationship. They just start thinking, okay, we go together.
Yeah.
And from most women's perspective,
what are we? That's what they say. What are we? After that third sexual session, what are we? Shit.
What are we? Where is this going?
Yeah.
Where is this going? Blah, blah, blah. The number one thing that you got to be able to do is understand that you don't need to kowtow. You don't need to seek her approval. You just need to let her know what the boundaries
Oh,
are.
my
You
gosh.
need to let her know it is what it is. So first thing I deal with the woman is she can say, well, what is this? And I can say, I can look her in the eye and say, it is what it is. You blaze me, I blaze you.
Yeah.
I give you a nut, you give me a nut. That's what it is. Now, if there's going to be something else, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Now, she can look at a woman in her face and let her know that we don't go together.
Yeah. Which most likely will make her even like you even more because you're coming off as an asshole, and for some reason, chicks love assholes.
I'm actually not a believer in that.
Oh, what's your thoughts on that?
About women wanting assholes. That is a shorthand for a set of behaviors, right? Really, when you say asshole, what that means is someone who doesn't seek approval. What that means is someone who's direct rather than indirect. It's someone who says what they mean without fear of repercussion. It's another way of saying someone who is prioritizing themselves. And you said it earlier, the new hashtag that's out there that is really, I think, you should Google it, you should look into it, self-prioritized individual, SPI. And that's really where men need to be at these days, self-prioritized individual.
So
check that hashtag, check that the YouTube on it. It's something that's starting to make some headway, and I really think that's where we need to be at. But as far as being an asshole, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, I wanted to clarify things because, like, you're opening up my eyes. Now, maybe this whole time I'm belittling people who have, like, backbones, like myself, because I don't consider myself an asshole, but I've had females tell me I'm an asshole because, like, I don't let them guilt trip me or anything, and I'm just straight up about stuff, man, because I learned my lesson of not doing, you know, what I felt like doing, and, you know, kind of, you know, breaking down and, you know, giving in to something that I don't want, like within a relationship. But now I'm just like straight up and straightforward. So I've been called an asshole, right? I think I'm just a nice guy who tells the truth, his truth, right? And I'm just honest.
No, I don't know. I don't know if you want to be a nice guy either. I don't know if you are a nice guy. But what I would say, you want to be a good guy. Like, you want to have ethics. You want to be someone who treats people well. You want to be someone who observes the golden rule. And I think you do that.
Yeah, okay. So maybe we got our terminology mixed up, right? Because I'm a good guy in that sense, right? I think nice guys get taken advantage of. I don't get taken advantage of. However, I'm just straight up, you know? But
what you're getting confused is you said the word, but you kind of flew over it. You have a backbone. And so what you want to understand is women, and this is something that has been lost through the ages, women don't care about you. Women are always advocating for their desire in the moment. They want you to serve their whims, and they want you to do so against your own best interest. They want you to serve whatever their capricious thought that just popped in their head. They've given 3,000th of a millisecond time to consider. They want that from you. And I'll give you a real-world example. A guy named Kevin Durant used to play for the Oklahoma Thunder.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, there are a lot of people who said really bad things about him. There are a lot of people who make jokes about him. He's torn to a team that's already really good, that doesn't need him, and so that somehow makes him, he should do what we want. He should stay in Oklahoma. He should do what we want. And that's what people do. It's not just women, but people in general. They will berate you. They will say negative things about you. They will try to guilt trip you. These are all tactics. These are all manipulations. These are all an attempt to sociologically and psychologically leverage you so that you will work against your own best interests. Now, Kevin Durant left a situation that wasn't great for him.
Yeah.
He was with a guy that he couldn't really play with, a guy he liked, but a guy who's kind of, hard to play with. He's a guy that doesn't really play a lot of team ball, and Kevin Durant was getting the ball at the end of the shot clock and having to jack it up. And he was like, I can stay here and probably never win a championship, or I can go be the best guy on the best team, on the best organization, and I can win championships, and I can become a legend. And there might be a lot of people who don't like it, but oh well. So he left that situation, and there are a lot of people who, in your situation, when a woman says, well, you're an asshole, that's the same as people saying, Kevin Durant, well, you just wanted to go to the best team. You wanted the easy way. Now, what doesn't make sense about that is that if you go to any playground in America, everybody's always trying to pick the best guys.
Yeah.
So that they can, right? That's the way it works. People want to win. They want to play with the best people. So he didn't do anything that wasn't in line with serving himself. But serving himself didn't serve the needs of other people, so they had negative things to say about him. So what you've been doing is you've been experiencing women that are trying to keep you from your success. Kevin Durant went out and won a championship immediately. His first few months out the blocks, he won a championship. That's what he's been looking for. So he could have stayed and done what he wanted to.
Yeah.
And that's why I say about potential. Women will suck your potential dry, and then when they're done, they move on. I tell guys, never lose your life over a woman, because you will find another dick to suck when you're dead.
Yeah, because they I mean, since they hit puberty, they've been offered, dick, multiple. They get to choose. They get to, choose whoever they want to be with. Why? Because dudes are always offering up, and that's why like some men end up in the friend zone, because I mean they have abundance of fucking people that they can fuck with, Dudes, like...
That's not why you end up in the friend zone.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, sometimes, if
Let me tell you real quick about the friend zone. No man should ever be in the friend zone, right? It's not a possibility. The way I look at it is if you're a man about everything, the man can take care of himself. I don't have to worry about being in the friend zone, because either we're fucking or we're nothing. Right? That's what it is. So I put them to a decision quickly. And so anyone who's in the friend zone is a commitment slut. They give their commitment and their intimacy away for free. Yeah, I'll be your best friend. Yeah, I'll be your shoulder crayon. Yeah, I'll be your emotional tampon. Yeah, I'll be your hands man. I'll be your Mr. Fix-It. And they do it for nothing.
Well,
right? So a woman who gives pussy away for nothing is considered a slut. A man who gives his commitment away for nothing is a slut too. He's just a commitment slut.
Ah, shit.
Anyway,
that's
I'll put that period there. I interrupted you. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, shit. I mean, you're breaking me down with some gaming. You're giving me like kind of a different view on how I view things. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see. So here's the thing. You mentioned protocols, right? That you kind of you mentioned protocols into kind of before you get into a relationship. These are like, I guess, the protocols you go through or whatnot.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So in this day and age with social media and everything, how do you vet out like who you're gonna fuck with and who not, if you're looking for something serious, right? Like what?
All right.
And also, do you need to develop these protocols before you get in a relationship, or do you need to have experience within relationships to know what to look for?
Well, let me ask you this. When you go into when you set up a house, do you want to have fire routes and fire extinguishers before you have a fire or after you have a fire?
Before.
Yeah, you need to set up your dating situation the same way you set up your house. A lot of people have nice chairs and sound systems for their gaming, so they've got surround gaming. They put all this work into their layouts. They got multiple screens for gaming, but they haven't done any prep work at all for their dating lives. And there's nothing more dangerous in this world than the human female. Socially, emotionally, psychically, mentally, physically, you can be killed for messing with the wrong woman.
Oh, that's true.
They got shows on Discovery Channel called Snapped. They got lots of shows where people have gotten murked because they were messing with the wrong individual. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
So you spend the time to get your protocols together first, and then as you engage in experiences, you refine your protocols. That's the way that's supposed to work. You always start out with what you can, and you get that from asking people who've been in the game longer than you. You try to get a basis to start with, then you kind of model it and refine it so that it fits you, and then you kind of add on to it as you get more and more and deeper into the game. So yeah, get some protocols. So one of the things I do is I never, ever think I owe a woman a relationship. That's first off.
What, you never what? Say that one more time. You never what?
Owe a woman a relationship.
Okay, all right.
Secondly, and what's really important is that you spend as little money as possible.
All right.
Always spend as little money as possible. Zero being the best option.
And why is that? Why is that, real quick?
Under 100 for sure. And why is that?
Yeah, what's the reasoning behind that?
Okay, so there's a basic law of marketing, and there's also a primary rule of pivoting, right? If you really want a woman to be down with you, you have to make her invest. You have to put demands on her. So the way to do it in marketing, the way to do it commercially, is it's like Starbucks being in grocery stores, right? Once I'm physically connected with you and our pricing systems and computer systems have been in place, it's going to be really hard for you to separate from me quickly or easily. Also, I get you to do a lot of my marketing for me, right?
Yeah.
There are other tie-ins, like you'll go into a gas station and you'll see a Subway. That's an example of putting demands and putting yourself in a place where you put the other person in a position where they're working not only with you, but for you as well. And so you want to put demands. So when I meet a woman, one of the first things, and there's a second reason why this works as well, that's social psychology. So when I meet a woman, one of the first things I do is I have her do something for me. I say, you went down to the store and get me a sample. You know, I start putting demands on her.
Okay.
I'll be like, no, I don't need you to wear that dress. I need something like so. I need it to be knee-length. I need you to wear some red bottoms. I put demands on them.
Yeah.
And you want them to get them to invest. One of the ways that you get them to invest, you get them to invest in time, you get them to invest in money, you get them to invest in emotions, you get them to invest in conflict. So
okay.
One of the social science pieces to why I say demands or getting them to invest, right, is cognitive dissonance. If you want someone to like you, often people think if they do something for someone, that'll make them like them. But that's not true. There's a lot of research on this. The best way to get someone to like you is to get them to do a favor for you. Because cognitive dissonance, which is the key here, says in their mind, if I'm doing a favor for this person, I must like this person. This person must be a good person, right? So if you do a favor for them, it doesn't really mean anything. And so you'll hear a lot of guys say, I did everything for her, and she just didn't appreciate it. Well, that's because, dummy, you were supposed to flip the script. She's supposed to say, I did everything for him. And if she says that, the likelihood of her running on you or fucking other dudes is diminished greatly. Now, I'm sorry, I've been talking for a while. Let's get in there.
No. Like, listen, I guess with I guess a second point of the protocols, fellas, if you go out on a date, you take your date to McDonald's, and you get the cheeseburger. Don't put. Listen. Wait. If you take them to McDonald's and you give them a cheeseburger, don't put 2 cheeses on that shit. Just put 1 cheese, right? Don't overpay. Don't overdo that shit.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right. No, I never take them to McDonald's. I always try to keep my shit. I don't try to be explicit with my cheapness. I don't try to put it in their face.
Yeah.
Right. I don't try to go out of my way to. So the first thing they say is he was really cheap. But the other thing is McDonald's is actually kind of expensive, man. It's not McDonald's for less than $12.
Well, shit, I don't eat fast food and shit like that no more, so I don't even know. But I'm pretty sure.
I bet you don't. I bet you share a pre-workout with them.
Yeah, shit. Let's go to the gym and then we gonna cook together at your place, We ain't going to my place. We gonna cook
That's one
together.
of my protocols. That's one of my protocols.
What is that protocol number 3? Don't take them to your place.
Don't take them to your place. So you don't want to give them the information that they need 30 years later to try to track you down.
Yeah.
No, man. Matter of fact, I have girls that still send me letters, and they send them because I give them addresses to friends' places. You know, yeah, I know that they got to send me something. So if they drop by that place, I'm never there. I also have computer lines, a Google Voice line. I have phone lines that I use just for dating.
Damn, secret
so I can shut
agent.
that line down immediately, and it doesn't affect my life at all.
True. Damn, that's what's up, man. I need to start doing that shit if I'm gonna get back out here in the dating game or whatnot. I just don't believe in it right now, or I just don't have time for it.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong for that. You know, like you said, it's a dirty game.
Yeah.
And the best thing is not to deal with it. But if you do want to deal with it, you have to be selective, and you have to have your protocols in place, and you have to execute with cold efficiency. I'm talking about with extreme prejudice. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's not all goddamn champagne showers out there in the streets dealing with females and relationships, man. Because here's my biggest thing, man, especially with Instagram. Like, if let's say and I always give people the scenario, and just tell me if I'm crazy, right? You're in a relationship with a chick. It's all over social media, right? And she's probably the typical chick. Maybe shows signs of. Maybe she's I don't know. Maybe she's a little bit too into herself, right? Maybe she's seeking approval from the likes that she gets on Instagram or whatnot. You get in a little fight. You leave for a couple of days, go to your own place. Hopefully you live at your own place. Like, I always see that type of person going to her DMs or whatnot and fucking finding somebody to come through and just smash. You know what I mean? Like, the people who really seek approval from Instagram, especially females, I do not trust one bit, because they can fucking get dick anytime, any place. Like, everything's accessible with their finger. You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Let me ask you this. Have you ever been with a female who had a hard time making up her mind? She had a hard time making the choices?
Yeah.
Didn't even figure out what she wanted for dinner?
Yes.
So are you going to trust someone who has very difficult and decision-making abilities? She has challenges in those areas. You're going to trust someone with that to be difficult enough to not engage in temptation? No, that doesn't make any sense. But here's the thing about women. They deal with what's most real to them in the moment. And so what's most real to them in the moment is that they need to feel good about themselves. They need an ego boost. That's what they're going to get. And so that means if they need to jump on a dick, they're going to jump on a dick. And a lot of women don't have very much character. They don't live by a code. They don't have principles. They don't even have ethics or morals. They're not religious. They really have no pillar or no center or no groundedness to making reasonable decisions. They have no criteria. They have no basis. So it's just all emotion. It's up, it's down, it's left, it's right, it's inverse, it's proportional, it's inverse, irrational, it's a set of all negative numbers. I mean, it is what it is on any given day at any given moment for most of these thoughts out here. So no, here's something I learned a very, very long time ago, and I recommend all men be aware of this.
Okay.
I don't love these hoes. I'm out the door.
Damn.
I don't love these hoes. I'm out the door.
Goddamn, is that by Sir Snoop Dogg?
That is, yes. Snoop Dogg started teaching me a very long time ago lessons that I have since gleaned to be very useful. Yeah, I don't love these hoes. I'm out the door.
Damn.
Yeah, you can't trust them. You can't love them.
Yo, I mean, that might be the realest shit I've heard in a long time. But check this out, man. We're about to wrap it up, man. Is there anything else you want to address or say to the people out here?
Well, what I would just simply say is this, is that just understand that women are dangerous. They are a clear and present danger. They are an existential threat. They have been programmed in the modern era to think that things that are possibly true are the only way and that they're the only truth, meaning that they cannot cook, they cannot clean, and they can still be good mothers. When those are two essential pieces of running any household, that they cannot understand nutrition and that they cannot exercise and that they're somehow still beautiful even though they got fat toe cleavage and bad breath.
Yeah.
They have these completely delusional ideas about themselves, and they have no way of being grounded or coming back to a more sensible sense of self-evaluation. So understand that most women are trying to get at the top guys, and they aren't reasonable, they aren't logical, they're irrational. So that helps you in two ways. One, if you can let yourself let go of the need for them to be rational, you can pretty much have just about any woman you want. You can manipulate the situation and leverage the situation so that she will eventually, her mood will change and she will see you in that moment as a good option. And she'll come your way and you won't have to work for it and you won't have to pay for it. The other thing is simply just never put yourself in a situation for a woman to hit you with a false rape claim. Never put yourself in a situation where you're given too much information because women, that's all they want to do is extract information so they can use it against you. They're like the police. They absolutely will hold any and everything you say against you. So just remember that the less that they know about you, the better. It also works in terms of piquing their interest, their curiosity. If you give them too much too soon, they lose interest. So the less they know about you, the longer you last as well. And sooner or later, if you last long enough, they'll sleep with you. And then from there, you just got to make sure that you do not, under any circumstances, fall in love or give your heart to a foolish woman. And you never, ever, ever date a feminist. That's what I would leave you with.
Okay, shit. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you for the insight, your point of view about what's going on in social media and relationships and shit like that, man. I'm probably gonna have you on probably another episode, man, because you got too much information, bruh. You got so much information that people need to hear it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
One thing I would say, man, is brothers need to get out there. There is an app for threesomes. I recommend that because everybody on that app is just out there to get into it. So keep that in mind.
Threesomes and shit. God damn. Well, shit. What's the name of the app?
I've forgotten at the moment. It was real popular in Paris, and I was traveling a little while ago, and I forget the Parisian accent. But if you look it up, you'll find it real quick. Well, shit.
I might just have to do that shit. Damn, that's some crazy shit. But man, thank you for your information and just everything. Thank you for being on this show. Like, I appreciate it, bro.
All right, man.
All right.
It's always good to hear from you.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. This is the end of the episode. My audio did crash again. You know what? I might not know what the fuck I'm doing, but we got this backup audio. So if it's not as clear as usual, listen, I'm going to do my best to clean it up. But, hey, at least we have some audio from Chris with all the information and shit like that, man. But anyways, check it out. About to close down the show. Teach people how to treat you. Sometimes you have to reteach people how to treat you. And just live with that. I'm out. Peace.